Hi, I'm Megan.
I'm Ciera.
And I'm Maggie.
And we're from TC2. For today's video, we are going to be answering the most Googled cheer and gymnastics questions because I don't know who does this challenge.
Wired, I think, does it.
If not, we'll correct it. But basically, it's very common to have like celebrities come on and like answer the most Googled questions about them. And since I don't think we're going to have questions Googled about us, we're just going to answer your guys' questions that you're Googling about cheer and gymnastics. And
that you guys specifically
that you actually Googled. Let's look at the questions.
Alright, so the very first prompt that we are going to be looking at is what gymnastics?
Keep in mind, I had to be creative with how I worded these prompts because like that's not really how you would start a question, but I didn't know what else to start with.
First thing is what gymnastics teaches you.
Gymnastics can teach you a lot of things, you know.
Self-discipline.
Exactly.
Tumbling,
like what actually teaches you. You know, all the skills that you learn, motivation, balance,
strength.
If you do women's gymnastics, then you're being taught how to do floor, vault, bars, beam.
Yeah, very little approach to that question.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about teamwork? Does it teach you teamwork?
I mean, it could. Like, I feel like
it's not a high priority, but
there's like a team sense at practice and stuff. But
social skills?
No.
Okay, next question is what gymnastics level is an aerial? Which honestly, like, I don't know if I know the answer to that.
If I had to guess, I would say 4.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think 4 is a good guess.
Like 3 seems too.
I feel like, because honestly,
little.
Aerials were not hard for me when I first learned them, but they're extremely difficult for me now.
Aerials were always hard for me, and I had it in my routine like every year.
And she put it.
I put it in my routine, but I needed like another aerial skill, and I was like, I don't want to do a punch front, so
yeah,
that's what I did.
Correct ourselves on the screen if we didn't answer that correct. Okay, next question is what gymnastics movies are on Netflix?
We have a whole video.
We have a video where we looked at
watching
gymnastics movies, so go check that out.
I really
what are they called
brain loss. I don't remember any of this.
You don't remember that video?
We were in the studio thing with the white backdrop, reacting to.
We don't remember.
Yeah, but what video was it?
Reacting to gymnastics movies.
There was like multiple movies.
Yes.
God, I think I need brain surgery.
I don't remember what any of them were called though, honestly.
What gymnastics level is Simone Biles?
Elite. See? Oh, good job.
I don't know why I said that. I thought I was making it up.
No, she is elite.
I meant to say infinity, but elite came out and then it matched what you said. So I just know a lot.
Yeah, she's a senior elite.
Okay, the next prompt that we're going to start searching is what in gymnastics? First thing that pops up is what's gymnastics in French?
Oh, should we guess?
What do you mean? How would I guess?
In German, it's gymnastic.
That's what I just said. What am I saying? I was like, oh, in French, it'd be gymnastique.
Probably something, it can't be that different. What's in my gymnastics bag?
Ooh, we have a couple videos on this if you guys want to check that out.
Old videos.
Gosh, what I have in my gymnastics bag. I
didn't have that much stuff in my gymnastics.
Because I kept my grips in my locker, so I didn't ever take them home with me. So I had like probably extra hair ties, pre-rep that I never used,
and like
some
a first aid
braces.
kit.
What about a water bottle?
Well, I didn't keep that in my gym bag. I would just carry it. Honestly, I would steal them from the gym. I would never bring my own. Because I would be coaching, and so like I'd take a water bottle from when I was coaching from the fridge, and then I'd just be like, this is my water bottle for practice now.
What about BioFreeze?
Yeah, Ciera had that. It wasn't BioFreeze, it was, what's like
Icy
the
hot?
Yeah, it was icy hot. I was like hot and cold.
Alright, so the next prompt is will gymnastics.
First one is will gymnastics make you short?
I think that people think this because gymnasts tend to be short, but I'm fairly certain like it mostly just like people who stay in gymnastics longer are people that are shorter because you're better at gymnastics typically if you're shorter.
I heard that tumbling stunts your growth.
I think that there can be some like minimal impact on like it stunting your growth, but I feel like more commonly I hear about it's like natural selection for gymnasts, honestly.
Just like if you're not like if you are shorter, you tend to do better at gymnastics, so you stay in it, and people who aren't as good and might be taller tend to quit. So then you're like, oh, we have like all these short gymnasts. Like, is it gymnastics that's causing them to be short, or is it just they're shorter so they're better at gymnastics?
And when you grow, a lot of times that you lose your skills because it's like
you have to relearn like how to place your body.
Okay, I actually only looked at apparently like the first 2 questions, which are the same thing, because the rest are honestly just will gymnastics reopen or stay open or close again. So,
and who knows? I cannot answer that one. All right, the next prompt is how has gymnastics?
First question is how has gymnastics changed over the years?
It's changed a lot. We did a video. I'm like, this video has so many references to other videos, but we have a video where we reacted to old Olympic routines.
And we tried
old Olympic
gymnastics
routines. And if you look at gymnastics in the Olympics when it first was, or like back in ancient Greece when it like was actually started, it's not even close to being the same thing. And even like the Olympics in the 80s, bars has changed so much, and they have gotten farther.
And vault is like completely different. We don't use the pommel horse anymore. Floor is like same event, but also a lot more difficult tumbling, and just like the aesthetic I think has changed from what it used to be.
Hey, well now gymnastics gyms aren't even open, so.
And that has changed again.
Next question, how long has gymnastics been around?
Since ancient Greece.
Ciera has taken many sports classes.
I have.
So she knows all about it.
I don't know when it actually started. I just know it's in ancient Greece. And then you would do it in the nude, and that's why it's called gymnastics, because gym, like, that used to mean like nude.
They did it without clothes on.
Yes. They did a lot, like pretty much every sport. Like the ancient Olympics, every sport was done nude.
Why?
I don't know.
How many syllables has gymnastics?
What?
Gymnastics. We need gymnastics.
You did.
I never understood
Gymnastics.
the point of clapping for syllables, because like,
I would always count this. Gym.
ooh, I feel like that makes more sense.
I've never heard of that before.
Gymnastics.
Is it 3? I mean?
3.
Yes.
I meant 3. But like, sticks is like weird. I feel like my chin wants to go down again. It's 3.
That's good.
No, like at the end, like sticks.
You just bring your mouth down for no reason. Alright, next prompt is, should gymnastics... Alright, so first question is, should gymnastics be considered a sport?
Yes.
I absolutely
We actually took a whole class on different types of sports. And so, I mean, I think most of you guys watching are like, yeah, gymnastics is a sport because you're watching our channel. But a lot of people don't consider it a sport unless you're competing against another team or person. And like, there's also competing like for a score, which is like comparing you to another person. Basically, all that to say, gymnastics is a sport because you're competing against people and you're moving. So, sounds like a sport to me.
I don't understand why people will be like, it's not a sport. Like,
I don't either.
What makes, even like cheer, like what makes it different than soccer or like football?
It's because people don't think that, people think that since you're not like, do people not know that non-contact sports exist? Like,
No. Well, they think golf is a sport.
I don't know.
Like, let me know what's in your head. People just like to do it to make others mad. One time, fun fact, one time someone made this TikTok about like how cheer was in the sport, and I don't know why I did this, but I commented and I was just like, you're dumb or something. Like, and my comment like blew up because I was dumb and I didn't realize that probably the people that would be seeing it would be following me. But it's kind of funny.
Should gymnastics be banned?
No.
I don't think so.
I feel like it's mostly like, that should be like talking about like safety concerns, but like
Yeah.
every sport's dangerous mostly, but you know, you have to weigh
But
that.
there's like certain skills that are banned that like
Yeah,
should
there
be banned.
are skills that are banned. I just think like, as long as a sport has safety precautions in place and you do like proper progression to make sure you're not like learning a double pull on your first day, then you know, it's for the most part pretty safe.
How should gymnastics grips fit? I think this is a very personal thing, very personal preference.
And I also think that my grips didn't fit how like they were supposed to fit.
Yeah.
Because if I'm correct, I believe like you put them on and it's supposed to go past your first knuckle and sit kind of like in the middle of your finger right here. And mine stayed in front of my knuckle. I think yours did too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I kind of thought that's what you're supposed to do, but then I've seen pictures where it was like that's not what people did. But it seemed most comfortable to me, so that's how I wore my grips. So, but I also got my grips super late compared to when most people get grips, and some people also never get grips.
So I just say whatever's comfortable for you, just make sure like you get the finger size to be the right size, because breaking in grips can be painful and you need to make sure that they're not too small, otherwise your finger is going to suffocate.
Alright, so we're saving the best for last. We're asking best gymnastics. Huh.
First question is best gymnastics routine.
Mine. The one that
Let's do
Maggie
an
made
opinion.
for me. Or something.
Okay.
Because obviously Nadia Comaneci is like famous for getting like first perfect 10, and like she got multiple perfect 10s
Isn't that insane?
at the Olympics. But my favorite routine that I've ever seen, honestly, is
That
Lady
dancing
Michaela
girl.
Maroney's perfect vault.
What about that dancing girl that I saw all over Facebook?
Kayla
Kayla
Nohashi,
Yeah.
UCLA gymnast.
I'm claiming that one.
I think the one that like I always think of, I love Allie Raceman's floor routine, so like her all-around performance at the 2016 Olympics is very high up there for me because I just love her like long
and
pass.
she just like knows that she got second place,
Yeah.
which is what she wanted. So
Love that routine.
Why did she win second place?
because Simone Biles
Oh.
kind of guaranteed first,
Well, she should've.
unfortunately. Best college gymnastics teams.
I bet you it's
I'm sure you could name a couple.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's good. UCLA, LSU.
Oh, I was gonna say UCLA.
Utah's pretty good.
Utah. I want to move there. That's an awesome.
There's definitely more like
Florida.
Yeah. I honestly I'm not that into NCAA gymnastics, but I try my best to know the best teams. So if we're missing any, then you guys can comment them down below. Best age to start gymnastics.
Whenever you feel like it.
Any age.
You can start any age. If you're looking for best age to start, like the younger the better, probably. Yeah.
Okay, but also it's a proven fact that if you start earlier, you're gonna not do it till you're
gonna burn out.
Yeah.
So
So maybe like 5.
we started when we were 8. We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give a thumbs up, and hopefully we answered these questions mostly well to the best of our ability.
Or maybe at least comically if we didn't actually know the answer. If you want us to do a cheer version of this, then go ahead and comment that down below because I'm sure Maggie would love to have some more pitching in to do for the answers.
And then Maggie and I will just sit back and be like, sounds good to us. Shout out from last week's video goes to this person on the screen right now. Thank you so much for watching our videos and supporting us.
If you'd like to be the shout out in next week's video, comment down below some questions you have about gymnastics, and then you guys can all answer each other's questions.
Be super helpful.
And we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.